Bitcoin is setting up right now for a major move today. And this move could be also influenced by the speech of Jerome Powell about inflation tonight. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, then make sure that you don't miss out on this episode, and let's go guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here on this Wednesday again, guys. I will try to come more regularly now back here. I really have to. I have after tomorrow actually a day where I'm traveling again. I still hope that I can make it after tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be here. After tomorrow, that's a maybe. But then Saturday, Sunday will be fine again. And then next week I also fly. So, but let's now get here into the charts. I'm going to tell you closer to the dates when I have actually to travel again, when I'm here and not. The DXY keeps moving it to the downside. And with the speech with Jerome Powell, we could see here further decline tonight. The 98, 97 point level here, because we should not forget here, if I would go into a lower time frame, you would see that here this consolidation is a potential bear flag, and that would bring us down here. Oh, whoa. Yeah, here. To potentially like 96 points approximately. We're gonna know in a couple of hours what's happening with that, or if we get here one more bounce to the upside. But I expect that Jerome Powell will say something positive for the markets. That means inflation is coming down, a rate cut is coming next month, and that will also be a catalyst for Bitcoin to go actually back to the upside. So here on the weekly chart, you see right now we're still above the downward sloping trend line, but currently it looks like that we are getting rejected from there with the shape of the current candle. But we should also not ignore the fact that the overall indicators are still bullish here. They remain bullish for the time being. So when we go into the 12-hourly chart, also here, we are still sitting above the EMA ribbon, but the stochastic is turning down, the MACD is turning down, the RSI remains here flat, going sideways, which is not the worst, you know, and again, we are above the EMA ribbon. But what we need to see here in the next, with the next 12-hourly candle actually, we need to see here a turnaround like that. So it can, of course, happen also tonight, again, depending on what Jerome Powell says, that we pinch here straight back up and price reclaims the upward sloping trend line here at around $85,000 currently. The MDX Algo scalp gradients, they are telling us that also price is taking a small break here currently, just going here a little bit sideways down on the 4-hourly chart, which is not a really bad sign. It's just normal consolidation after we ran here into some resistance levels above us. We are here now currently back in a blue shaped, blue colored candles. As long as, again, Jerome Powell is not coming out bearish, I expect that we're going to turn back into purple and then run here another attempt into the resistance of $88,600. If we are seeing a rejection from these current price levels, then the next level that I would be looking at would be around $80,000. I have, regardless of that, in anticipation of Jerome Powell being not really hawkish tonight, open another trade. My liquidation price is so ridiculous that I don't think that this will get triggered. But before we get into this here, also the React indicator is already turning around here, back to the upside on the lower end of the band, which is telling me that this move here, this consolidation phase, might be coming to an end with a move to the upside. Like I said, I have opened a new trade. And that trade is currently a little bit in a loss. Here you see my daily realized profit, $2,000, comes from a trade that I had shown you 2 days ago, where I said to you guys, I have a stop loss set. If something happens, it will get triggered, I will be fine. You know, so I take the money and I run. So that is what I did here today. Took the money with that stop loss and profit, and open now a new trade and trade this into $89,250. Why? Because here on the 30 minutes chart, this looks like a bottom shape that is trying to break here to the upside any given moment. So again, if you want to trade Bitcoin with me, guys, and 10 to 100x your account, go to ZoomX. They have still this amazing campaign going on here for the Formula One with the lucky draw. With the lucky draw, every single day you have a chance at the lucky draw to win $500 or $1,000 or 1 Ethereum or 1 Bitcoin, or actually win a ticket to the Formula One to Monaco or Miami. Everything will be paid if you win. You get a business class flight, you get paddock tickets, and the paddock tickets alone cost normally between $10,000 and $20,000. You get a 5-star hotel, everything paid by ZoomX, guys. So don't ignore that. try your luck to go either to Monaco or Miami. Personally, I can tell you Monaco is amazing during Formula One. So, and yeah, just trade on ZoomX, and every day you're gonna have here a chance for that amazing lucky draw. The link is in the pin comment below and in the description, by the way, for that. The 4-hourly chart here. Remember that I had shown you that we had here a triple bottom formation. Now that we came up here into this resistance area, I warned you about this, that we might not get straight a breakthrough through that area and might come back here into that resistance. And this is exactly what happened here with this downward sloping price action. And now it looks like that we are forming here something like a small pennant or a falling wedge pattern. So once that breaks out, it should get us at least back to like $86,500 and complete the move of that triple bottom pattern that I pointed out 3 days ago already. Here is the move that I actually wanted to talk about with you guys. So and that move is the golden cross that is coming up here, because price action on this 4-hourly chart is still above the 200 moving average here, which is currently sitting at $83,500. Of course, we are really close to that right now, but still, as long as we are holding the 200 moving average, we should be fine here. The golden cross itself will most likely be happening here now by Friday night. Friday night, if we keep that trajectory, Friday night we get the golden cross where Bitcoin usually will be trading way above the golden cross. So that means $87,000, $89,000 is what I'm looking for that golden cross. Of course, price action comes now closer again to here some high leveraged liquidity on the long side, which is sitting down here. And again, this is $81,600 to $80,750, which makes a lot of sense with the confluence that I had shown you here a moment ago from the $80,000 level that we potentially could come down here if we get here rejected to the downside, but then we go up and take out all the liquidity that's sitting just above us. So now when we go into the liquidation heat map, there is some long liquidity sitting below us, all the way down to like $80,000, as I just mentioned. You know, also here you can clearly see that, but we have also highly concentrated short liquidity at $86,700 all the way up here to $89,000 and to approximately $90,000. The Bitcoin dominance is breaking out here now to the upside. I told you guys it is. We are coming here to the end of the of the rising wedge pattern. Rising wedge pattern, of course, breaking out to the upside. Currently, I'm still expecting with Jerome Powell tonight potentially going to see a big turnaround here to the downside, which will of course then lead to major altcoins popping back to higher prices. On the total free market cap, we are not looking that bad. You know, we are still above the downward sloping trend line. We're basically just consolidating here a little bit above that. Also here with a falling wedge pattern, and that should be also primed to break out to the upside back to $778 billion. Again, if you want to trade altcoins, guys, go to Bybit. This is where I trade all my altcoins currently. And also here, we have still a $30,000 campaign. You should sign up there. Get all the money that you can get for free from exchanges, and also still a $500 free airdrop position is available. Make use of that while you can and get a Bybit card. You know, I pay everything every day with my Bybit card, guys. Link in the pin comment and the description below. Now, Ethereum, our trade setup did not get triggered yet. I'm still waiting for that. So what I don't like on the daily is that the stochastic is quite high. The RSI is fine and the MACD is also fine. But here the stochastic might be hinting to some more sideways consolidation and a potential of a W pattern shaping up here before we are actually moving higher. So I'm currently waiting for this. I'm not changing anything on a trade setup currently. If we, for whatever reason, move here down over the next 48 hours, then I would be potentially looking for something like this here. An entry between $1,300 and $1,400, somewhere there in between, with a target still here all the way up at $2,150, which will give us 65, almost 66% profit here on that bigger swing trade. You know, remember, guys, such big percentages we usually only get from swing trades. The resistances haven't really changed since the last time I spoke about that. That's why we can directly go here into Solana. Solana looks way better on the 4-hourly chart, because here, again, downwards consolidation, absolutely fine, falling wedge pattern from that resistance area here where we got rejected. Now I'm waiting for a clear break of the downward sloping trend line, which is basically here at around $125 and yeah, a little bit higher. Let's go for the horizontal level. I want $129. $129, yeah, there's definitely some resistance. If we break above that, I would be looking for a long. Or if we get the chance and get so lucky and come back to $114 or close to it, also from there, I would take a long from $114 to $116, $120. So these two ranges are the levels I'm looking for a long trade, all the way back here to $140. So there you go for a trade setup on Solana, because the stochastic is already flatlining, MACD turning around, RSI slightly turning around. So there is definitely some momentum building up to send it here back into higher prices. Guys, I want to run. I would have stayed longer, but I have an insect problem here. It drives me crazy. If you could see here my floor, how this looks like. I was literally gone for a day and it looks horrible. Tomorrow's has pest is that pest control? Yeah, pest control has to come here to get rid of it. It's horrible. I want to scratch myself everywhere right now, because it's freaking me out. I have to leave, Really sorry about this, guys. But don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with less insects and a clean house tomorrow.